Welcome guys, Dr. Drwendydearborne here with another episode of Food Beyond Its Nutrition. And guys, today we are making delicious buffalo cauliflower bites. Actually, barbecue buffalo cauliflower bites. So stay tuned. Making the batter.
Okay, the batter for the cauliflower, because that's going to be deep fried, is going to be made of potato starch. All right, guys, potato starch, cornstarch, flour. I'm also going to use some garlic granules, some black pepper, and some Himalayan salt. Now you can season it with anything that you want. You can put a little 5 spice in there if you want. You can season it with whatever you want. Okay, so we have a 1/3 cup of potato starch, 1/3 cup of flour, and a 1/3 cup of cornstarch. Now if you're gluten-free or somebody is gluten-free, all you need to do is take the flour out. You don't have to use the flour. You can just use potato starch and or cornstarch, or you can just use cornstarch, whatever is easiest for you and whatever works for your dietary lifestyle. I like this mix. It gives a nice crispy outer batter. This is the thing that really makes it crispy, and that's the potato starch. And guys, once again, it's really important to know that it's potato starch and not potato flour. So as I said before, you can season it any which way that you want, and I'm going to be using my pink Himalayan salt. So you just give it a couple of twists, nothing too intense. Some black pepper. Again, give it a couple of twists, nothing too intense. I'm going to be using the garlic granules, and maybe about a quarter teaspoon, maybe about a quarter of a teaspoon. Yeah, it's about a quarter of a teaspoon. Okay. All right, so mix that all together, or dry or whisk sift, as it were. Okay, and here I have some cold water, and we're just going to make a batter. Pour some water in. That, my darlings, was just under 1/2 cup, and we're going to mix this until it forms a batter that will work for me. All right, and I'll show you what that is in just a second. See how thick this gets? Don't be deluded into putting too much water in, because you'll regret it. All right, and add maybe about a tablespoon. From this point in, it's teaspoon and tablespoons. Yeah, oops, that kind of went everywhere. It's teaspoons and tablespoons. And one of the reasons why it's doing that, because of the starches, in particular the potato starch. See, now this is too thick. That's too thick. That's too thick. This won't work for you. This is too thick. It's too thick. All right. Take your time. There's no rush. It's almost there. It's almost there. I'm going to say a teaspoon. Yeah. Teaspoon more. you want your batter. You want your batter to stick to, adhere to your cauliflower, because you're going to deep fry it. Yeah. So you want your batter to adhere to it. Yeah. Okay. Okay, guys, we got the cauliflower, and so I am going to go in with a knife, sharp knife, and just gently cut pieces off. All right. So I'm gently going to just take this apart, take it off of the stem. That was from the thyme from. Okay, so I'm just gently going to take it apart. Cut this one just a little bit, so you don't cut it all the way through. You just pull it apart. Let the knife help you and just pull it apart. For our cauliflower bites, we have the braised cauliflower that has been broken into very large florets, and you do want large florets. Actually, you don't want like that on the floret because it goes a bit wild. And so we're going to put the cauliflower into the batter because we've already made a batter, and then we're going to put it into our panko breadcrumbs. For our cauliflower bites, it's really simple. We've braised the cauliflower, and now all we have to do is put it into the batter and then put it into panko. Oops, that's upside down. Put it into panko breadcrumbs. And I'm electing to use the panko breadcrumbs simply because, for me, they give a crispier end product, and they're not as oily. And they're not as oily because of the surface area. They have a lot of surface area that they can cover, and they don't absorb very well. Now, panko can be purchased in most grocery stores. You can also get gluten-free panko. It works well, but not as well. You can also purchase, or used to be able to purchase, a big container in Costco's. But any Asian store and most grocery stores, including Walmart, carry panko. For the sauce, it's really simple. I'm going to be mixing a third cup or a cup of barbecue sauce, your choice, I'm using sriracha, or you can use regular hot sauce. The choice is yours. That's endless. You can put this in any type of sauce that you want, but that's what I'll be using. Okay, guys? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dip the cauliflower into our prepared batter and really make sure that it's really well coated. Yeah. And from there, let it drain a little bit. And I'm going to put it into the panko. Yeah. And just toss it, making sure that it's all coated, that it's well coated with the panko. Add it in there if necessary, by any means necessary. And you can double dip for a thicker coating, for a thicker breading. You can double dip if you want. It's my choice this time round not to, but you can double dip if you want for a thicker coating. And then we're going to put them all on a plate, and then put them in the refrigerator and allow them to dry out a little bit. That also helps with the process of making something really crunchy. And this is whether you're doing vegetables, whether you're doing meat, it doesn't matter. It helps to make it crunchy. So we go from here, making sure everything, give it a good drain it off. All right, drain it off. Then put it into the panko. Okay. Give it a little shake around. over. All right. And this, my dears, is what you're looking for. Just like that. And so I'm going to finish them up. Again, once they're done here, put it onto the plate. And that's what we're looking for. Okay guys, our cauliflower bites are completely breaded with the panko and of course the batter that we created. Once again, you can create the batter any which way. You can put whatever seasonings you want in the batter. Remember though that this is going to be deep fried. So I'm going to put these into the refrigerator for a minimum of 30 minutes, but these are going to remain in the refrigerator for about a couple of hours. So this is all made ahead of time. You can actually make this up to a day in advance. I've done this like day before and it comes out perfectly fine. So guys, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and when we come back out, we're going to deep fry them. We're going to put them in the sauce and you're going to see what it tastes like. Guys, my cauliflower bites, they've been hanging out in the refrigerator for about, I don't know, 2 hours. Just under actually. 2 hours, and I'm getting ready to deep fry them. They are nice and they're cool, and we are going to deep fry them at 350 until they're a golden brown, and then I'm going to let them drain, and then I'm going to go back in and turn the oil up to 375 and fry them so they get dark, a deep golden brown and crispy. And that's where I'm going with that. So we're getting ready to deep fry these. Yay! Slowly into the oil. And the oil will cool slightly because those came out of the refrigerator. But when they've done the first go round, I'll show you what they look like. All right, guys. These are a nice light colored golden brown. So I'm going to crank the heat up. on the deep fryer to 375. I'm going to let that get hot, and then I'm going to put these down a second time so that they can get a deep golden crispy. This is blonding. This is what you kind of call blonding. So it will become a nice deep golden brown. So once that gets hot, we're going to do that. And then in the interim, we're going to make our sauce. I'm going to make this really easy. I'll make this really easy. Need a spoon. Right, we're going to need about a 1/4 cup. There are all sorts of different sauces. You can use sweet chili sauce. You can use just pepper sauce. You can use typical buffalo sauce, right? So we're going to use maybe about 1/2 cup. That looks a little more than 1/2 cup. What do you guys think? Maybe about 1/2 cup of that. This is really simple, guys. Real simple. Sriracha sauce, or you can just use straight up hot pepper sauce, Louisiana style hot pepper sauce. And I'm going to use, that's maybe about a tablespoon. Yeah. To this, if you so desire, you can add honey, maple syrup, anything like that. But for me, this is good. The barbecue sauce has enough sugar, more than enough sugar in it. And mix it up. And then when the buffalo bites come out, the cauliflower buffalo bites come out, all you do is you will toss it into this sauce. And I just heard my deep fryer click to say that I'm at temperature. So we're going to put those down and take them out when they are golden brown. Okay guys, there they are. Can you hear it? Nice and golden brown. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them into the sauce. Let's put that back. And I'm going to mix them up. And that's it. You just mix them. Here, crunchy they are. You just mix them. You can have them without the sauce on it, incidentally. I would just season them a little bit more, just give them a sprinkling of salt or whatever you'd like on it. And guys, this is it. Just keep turning them until they become coated. All right, and they're coated all over, or however you want them coated. All right. Okay guys, you'll keep turning until they are all coated or coated to your liking. You know, sometimes they need a little help. Some of them little nooks and crannies, they need a little bit of help. Turn them out into a bowl or onto a plate. And it's just as simple as that. Like I said, some of them need a little help. And nooks and crannies. Yep. This is well worth it. This is well worth it. All right, guys, and we are, hear that? Crunchy, crispy, crunchy. We're done. And sprinkle. That's it, my friends. Barbecue cauliflower bites. All right, so let's cut this. I'm gonna cut one. See? Nice and crunchy. That's what he looks like on the inside. And remember guys, this has just come out the oil. So this bad boy is hot. Okay, it's hot. That'd be some good eating. That's it guys. The bites.